And buenos dias. Hello, this is Mr. Kenton again. And today I'm going to talk about the number line, but only the basics of the number line. The number line, there's so much stuff going on there, but we're going to keep it very simple. First, the big picture. Why you need to know this? Well, the number line introduces a lot of concepts. Types of numbers, such as the real, rational, irrational, whole numbers, natural numbers, integers, they're all on the number line. It helps us with graphing points and dots. Adding and subtracting with negative numbers. Okay, this may be a new concept for you. It also helps us understand word problems using temperatures and depth, and altitude and money and equations. So the number line is very important. And now I'm going to show it to you. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? Okay, here we go. Here is the number line. Oh, just look at it. Isn't that beautiful? I know you're thinking, wow, Mr. Kent, that's pretty non-spectacular. Actually, I left it blank for a reason, because I wanted to show you how easy it is to make. Look, the number line really is a line that goes forever in each direction to infinity. In fact, if we wanted to write down the sign for infinity, we could just do that little kind of figure 8 thing, and we have infinity. Now, the most important part is that we just draw what we can see. So I just want to show you, usually in the middle of the number line is another line that represents a big fat 0, the center of it. And all numbers that go on this number line either go to the right or to the left. Now, if you can imagine, every number that you've ever seen written somewhere, even a fraction or a negative number if you've seen one of those, or a really big number. These numbers are written everywhere, but they belong in one place, and that's the number line. On this number line are so many little tiny like tick marks that we use to represent every single number that we know. And going this way, we have tick marks going this way. And this way, and this way, and this way, as I say it 5 million times in a row. That's a big number line. In fact, it could just go on forever, like I said. But the difference between the two sides are what I'm going to talk about next. Okay? So there's the basic number line. Now let's talk about what each side means. Positive and negative. Two important details of the number line, or characteristics on the number line that I'm going to talk about. You can maybe understand positive and negative by when you describe people. You could say, man, this guy, he's always laughing and smiling. He's very positive. And this man, he always looks kind of mad, or he doesn't like other people that are positive. So we would call him negative. You've also seen it on a battery. The plus sign and the minus sign. Well, the plus sign actually stands for positive, and the minus sign stands for negative. You may have seen a car battery, and car batteries have the same thing. A positive terminal and a negative terminal. These are the things that keep motorized things going. And when it comes to our characteristics, it just describes us. Now, for the number line, we're going to introduce the concept of integers. Integers are just the whole number that you see, not with all the little tiny numbers all between there, because there's numbers in there too. But we're just going to concentrate on the big numbers that you see. A 1, a 2, a 0, a -1, and a -2. Now this may be the new concept for you. All numbers on the left side of 0 have a negative sign in front of it. That would be the minus sign or the negative thing that you see. On the right side are the positive numbers. All of the positive numbers that exist are on the right side of this 0. The 0 is the middle, positive on one side, negative on the other. We can also describe the number line as it goes like up or down, because it sometimes may be easier to think about it that way. Numbers that go up are positive, and numbers that go down, or let's say like below sea level, are negative. Now, other than the positive and negative characteristic of number line, we have the concept of smaller and bigger. Using the same number line with the integers labeled on here and the arrow that makes it go all the way that way and all the way the other way, explaining that it can just go on forever, we're just going to look at 4 numbers on either side of the 0. When we say numbers are getting bigger, in general, we are saying that they are getting more positive, or that they are moving this way on the number line. An example would be, this number 2 is bigger than this number 1, because 2 is on this side or going this way from number 1. Much like the number 4 is bigger than the number 3, the number 2, the number 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4. It's bigger than all of these numbers that we have labeled on this particular number line. Now, if we look at numbers going this way or toward the negative, we say the numbers are getting smaller. And yes, this is smaller spelled backwards, but I just wanted to show you that they get larger here and they get smaller going this way, or more negative. And let's look at an example. We would say that -1 is smaller than the positive 1 because it's on this side of 1. And conversely, we would say 1 is bigger than -1. Now here's something really weird. We also say that this number -3 is smaller than 0. But you may think that 0 is the smallest number, but not on the number line. 0 is actually bigger than all of these numbers on the left side of the number line. And that's the concept that I want you to understand, because sometimes it takes a while to get it. But hopefully you'll just commit it to memory and just know everything here goes smaller, everything going this way is bigger, and when you're comparing 2 numbers, you'll be able to know which one is which. And that's the lesson for today. As always, we'll talk to you next time. Adios.